Years ago, one of my sons procrastinated on his summer reading report for so long that his mom made him work on it while we were at the beach. With 8 weeks of summer already gone and no book report in sight, it was finally time for him to sit down and crank out the essay. Despite the presence of family, friends, and the sparkling waters of the Gulf of Mexico in the background, we forced him to sit down at the table in full view of the beach, telling him that he couldn't do anything else until he was finished. He was not a happy 11-year-old boy. I tried to cheer him up, but nothing seemed to work. He said it was the worst vacation ever. After lovingly reminding him that he was responsible for the predicament, I sat down next to him, searching for some way to encourage him without letting him off the hook. I asked him if there was anything else other than the summer reading report that was making him so upset. He said no. Then I asked him if there was anything he was happy about. He again, and a little more emphatically, answered no. Of course, I knew in his current state he was forgetting a lot of good things. Pushing him a little more, I reminded him that if he finished the report today, he would have almost a whole week to play and have fun with no more schoolwork. I reminded him that for dinner we'd be eating at Demetrios, his favorite pizza and pasta spot at the beach, and that we'd stop for ice cream on the way back. I reminded him that his grandparents were arriving the next day and that next week when we returned to Atlanta, he would still have 4 days before school started. Finally, his mindset and facial expression seemed to lighten up a bit. A moment later, when he seemed receptive, I asked him if it seemed smart to let just one negative thing determine his entire attitude and the way he felt. He quickly answered no, then asked me to stop bothering him as he put his head down and started writing. If we're not careful, it's easy to get into the mental habit of stressing and obsessing about the few things that aren't going well, instead of appreciating the many things that we're grateful for, happy about, and would hate to wake up tomorrow without. This is what the 4-8 principle is all about. Focus on the good stuff. Happy 4-8 day. This is Tommy Newberry, because mindset makes all the difference.